Hey guys, welcome to Star Savior, and this is the final skill review for all saviors belonging to Tier 0 and Tier 0.5. So let's see who they are and let's see how good they can be. So for our tier list, this is just for our Star Savior launch. This is generally a combined tier list between PvP and PvE. We might be changing or updating this tier list because we will have a collaboration with Counterside on launch day on March 19. So as you can see as well, there are some saviors here that are borderline purple. That means they are SR rarity, and those without border is going to be your SSR rarity. Also, I've taken the liberty of preparing Star Savior indicators. For those who are not familiar with the classes, we have Defender, Striker, Ranger, Supporter, and Assassin. And for your elements, we do have Star, Moon, and Sun, which has its advantages on your right hand side, plus Order and Chaos will eventually cancel out. This will be included in the description of this video. So for the final review, this includes tier 0.5, which is this one we will start with, and at the end I'll be indicating which ones are at tier 0. We'll start with Charlotte and her unique passive, which is Rabbit's Luck. Charlotte attack power is increased by 15% at the start of the action of each turn. All allies with the Sun attribute, including herself, gain 1 ignition stack. After using Bunny Step, Charlotte increases her own action gauge by 10, and if she is in Lucky Token cannot be removed state after Bunny Step on his turn, can use Bunny Step again. This additional effect can only occur once per turn. For her basic skill, which is Bunny Step, active skill, single enemy, mental damage, Charlotte attacks quickly, gains 1 ignition stack, and Nova Burst when attacking with your own fixed damage based on your toughness, temporary increases by 1. Her special skill, it's going to be Celebration Song, active skill, all allies, and cooldown is 4 turns. Charlotte raises her glass with confidence, encouraging her entire party as she grants all allies with a 2-turn attack power boost and herself a 3-turn lucky token, unremovable, and 3 stacks of ignition with 100% chance. She gains an extra turn. So after using the skill, your toughness is restored by 1. And the last one, which is her ultimate, Rabbit in Trouble, active skill, single enemy, a 5-turn cooldown, mental damage, having lost all her chips. Charlotte attacks in desperation. When attacking, damage increased by 5% for each ignition stack. She has up to maximum 5 stacks after the attack. All of the ignition stacks disappear. If she has the maximum number of ignition stacks, the cooldown of the cornered rabbit is reset after the attack. So Nova Burst when attacking, your fixed damage based on your toughness temporarily increased by 1, and you recover HP equal to 30% of the damage dealt. Our next savior is Muriel. So Muriel is, if I'm not mistaken, Muriel is a spellcaster or a support. So let's check out her unique skill. Triumphant, Muriel's critical damage is increased by 25%. After any other sun element ally attacks, Muriel has a 100% chance of gaining 1 ignition stack. And as for her basic skill, Flame of Divine Punishment, active skill, single enemy, elemental damage, attacks by sending out holy flames, grants the user 1 stack of ignition. Nova Burst when attacking, your own fixed damage based on your toughness temporarily increased by 1. So for the special skill, this is Holy Bomb, active skill, a single enemy, 3-turn cooldown, elemental damage. She attacks by lavishly throwing the stolen holy water. Damage increased by 3% for each weakened state the enemy has. At 100%, it extends the enemy's weakened state by 1 turn. And for the ultimate skill, I won't do anything bad again. Attack skill, all enemies, 5-turn cooldown, elemental damage. The divine punishment that Muriel was supposed to receive is instead engulfing all enemies. All enemies have a 75% chance of having their attack power reduced by 2 turns. If their own ignition stacks are at maximum, all enemies have 100% chance of being burned for 2 turns. So Nova Burst, when attacking your own fixed damage based on your toughness, temporarily increased by 1, and the chance of inflicting an attack power reduction becomes 100%. Okay, so we're still at tier 0.5. Next at tier 0.5 is Frey, Noble Princess. So this is a different version of Frey. So let's check out her unique passive. Cash in. So Frey's attack power is increased by 15%. At the start of the turn, if Frey's cooldown is at the maximum stacks, she will gain 1 high roller, cannot be removed, and consume all of her cooldown stacks. At the start of the turn, if her high roller stacks cannot be removed is at maximum stacks, she will not consume any cooldown. After a allied moon attribute character other than herself attacks, her action gauge is increased by 8%, and she will gain 1 high roller, cannot be removed, with a 100% chance. Her basic skill, Betting Refused. Active skill, single enemy, impact damage. Frey slaps the opponent with all of her might in response to her absurd bet. Grants herself a 1 cooldown stack when used in your turn. If your high roller cannot be removed has a maximum stack, you force a negotiation instead of refusing the bet. Forced negotiation is Frey attacks with all her might against the opponent's impossible bet. Damage is increased by 100% during the attack. After the attack, her action gauge is increased by 30%, gains 1 cooldown stack, and high roller cannot be removed and is removed. I'm not sure how that plays out. But your Nova Burst, when attacking, your fixed damage based on your toughness, temporarily increased by 1, and your damage increased by 20. So for the special attack, All In, active skill, all allies, 4 turn cooldown. Frey bets all her chips to support the entire party. Grants critical hits to all allies for 3 turns. Crazy. 3 turns. Critical hits. Triggers a rate increase and grants itself a 3 cooldown stack at 100% each. Additionally, you gain an extra turn. And for the final skill, which is the ultimate skill, Bullseye, active skill, all enemies, 5 turn cooldown. Shock damage. Frey throws a dart, scoring a high score and attacking all enemies 2 turns on herself. If it triggers an attack power boost, and each one will trigger high roller 3 times with a 100% chance. And lastly, Nova Burst when attacking, when your own fixed damage based on your toughness temporarily increases by 1. Okay, we're still with the tier 0.5, and the next one is Bunny Girl Claire. So Bunny Girl Claire, for her unique passive, is for a while. She is a melee or a striker or a melee attacker. For her unique passive, she has confidence in victory. Claire's attack power is increased by 15 at the start of each turn. Claire's critical hit rate increased by 10%. This can stack up to 3 times. After using lightning fast movement, if her cooldown is at max stacks, she consumes all of them and activates Where Are You Looking? For her basic skill, movement too fast to see, active skill, single enemy, impact damage, she quickly approaches, pulls her spear back, and thrusts it forcefully. This creates 1 cooldown stack on herself. So for Nova Burst, when attacking, your own fixed damage based on your toughness temporarily again increases by 1. For her special skill, Where Are You Looking? Active skill, single enemy, 3 turn cooldown, impact damage, hit the jackpot, and attack. Grant yourself an attack power boost for 2 turns and increase your action gauge by 30%. If critical hit occurs, grant yourself a 3 cooldown stacks. And for the ultimate skill, Barney Jackpot, active skill, single enemy, 4 turn cooldown, impact damage, throws a lucky card and causes an explosion when attacking. Your critical hit rate increases by 20%. After attacking, you gain a 3 turn jackpot bloom. Damage increased by 10% for each buff the enemy has, up to 5 buffs. So okay, Nova Burst when attacking, your fixed damage based on your toughness temporarily increases by 1, and after that the attack, your action gauge also increases by 20%. Your next tier 0.5 is Belle Reese. So Belle Reese is a ranger. Check out her unique passive. So the Coming Rest, Belle Reese's attack power increased by 15 each time an ally or enemy other than herself is incapacitated. Belle Reese's action gauge is increased by 50%, and her attack power increased by 10. The attack power increase effect can stack up to 3 times. This is actually ridiculous. For the basic attack, Obituary, attack skill, single enemy, mental damage, unleash the cursed power in attack, grant yourself 1 jump stack. For Nova Burst, when attacking with your own fixed damage is increased by 1 temporarily, and after the attack, there is a 100% chance that the enemy will suffer a 1-turn accuracy reduction, a debuff. Next, for her special skill, Condolences, active skill, all enemies 3-turn cooldown, mental damage, attacks multiple enemies by binding them with a curse. She has a 75% chance to reduce the accuracy of all enemies for 2 turns, grants the user a 2-turn speed boost and 3 stacks of jump. So Nova Burst, when attacking your own fixed damage based on your toughness, temporary increases by 1. And for the last skill, which is the ultimate skill, is a Coffin. Active skill, single enemy, 4-turn cooldown, mental damage, attacks with the darkness of the underworld, has 100% chance to silence the enemy for 2 turns, and has a 100% chance to remove all of the enemy's buffs when attacking. If your leap is at maximum stacks, damage is increased by 30%. So she's kind of morbid in a way, but she's full of debuffs. The last one on tier 0.5, which is one of my favorite characters in this game, is actually Lacey. So Lacey is a ranger. Again, very, very nice kit. Let's take a look at what she does. So unique passive, sentences that hold the wind. Lacey attack power increased by 15 after Lacey is attacked by an enemy in a tangled dream state. Her action gauge increases by 10% and her HP is restored. The amount of HP restored increases in proportion to her attack power. For her basic attack, Fire Dragon Born in Heaven, active skill, single enemy, elemental damage after unleashing a breath of fire, grants itself 1 stack of turbulence. And for her special skill, active skill, single enemy, 3 turns, elemental damage, attacks with a column of reverse flowing water, grants the user a 2-turn speed boost. So she actually does have a lot of speed boost in her kit. Attack target is entangled when in a dream state. Damage is increased by 20%. For Nova Burst, when attacking, your fixed damage based on the toughness temporarily increases by 1, and your damage increases as well by 20%. And the last skill for her ultimate skill, Poem of Water and Fire. Active skill, all enemies 4-turn cooldown, elemental damage, wielding a sword imbued with the power of water and fire. She attacks, grants herself a 2-turn attack power boost. A dream occurs where all enemies are entangled for 3 turns with a 100% chance. Honestly, she packs a lot of punch. Can easily take out enemies, by herself, as long as you made her kit or you upgraded her kit properly. So for Nova Burst, when attacking, your own fixed damage based on your toughness temporary again increases by 1. So far, one of my most favorite characters is Lacey, and we'll talk about her more in another video. The start of our tier 0 is with Emily. So Emily is kind of a maid by design. Let's take a look at her unique passive. Maid Ready. Emily's maximum HP increases by 15%. By the way, she's a defender. At the start of the first battle, Emily creates a 1-turn barrier around herself. After taking damage, the cooldown of turn down services is reduced by 1. After taking an area of effect damage, the cooldown of turn down service is reduced by an additional 1 turn, and she gains 1 cooldown stack with a 100% chance. The barrier increases in proportion to her maximum HP. Her basic skill is going to be Battle Cleaning Begins. Active skill, single enemy, slash damage, attacks by swinging a giant broom, grants the user 1 stack of cooldown, damage increases proportionally to the user's maximum HP. So for her Nova Burst, when attacking, your fixed damage is based on your toughness temporarily increased by 1, and after the attack, you gain a 1-turn barrier. The barrier strength increases proportionally to your maximum HP, so you scale upon HP. For her special skill, we do have Cleaning Service. Active skill targets a single enemy, has a 4-turn cooldown. With the pride of a cleaning maiden heart, she cleans her allies, grants an ally a 3-turn attack power boost and a barrier. That is why she's so good, and she is at tier 0. Then grants herself a 3 cooldown stack, followed by an extra turn. The barrier increases in proportion to her maximum HP. And for her ultimate skill, Turn Down Service. Active skill, all enemies, 7-turn cooldown, slash damage, returning to the mindset of a veteran mercenary. She attacks all enemies, grants all allies a 2-turn defense boost, and grants herself 1 instance of Awakening Memory. Cannot be removed after the attack if her cooldown is at maximum stacks. The cooldown of the Turn Down Service is reduced by 2 turns, and all cooldown stacks are removed. Damage increases in proportion to the max HP. Again, she has a lot of buffs for allies, and I bet she also packs a lot of damage. That is why Emily is at tier 0. And the last one on tier 0, and for our review, is Ashera, Waltz of Starlight. So Ashera, this is her second form, and this one is a healer or a support. Okay, so let's check out her unique passive. So by the way, Ashera, Waltz of Starlight is already at tier 0. So we only have 2 tier 0s, Emily and Ashera, Waltz of Starlight. So this one is her unique passive. This is Lunison. Ashera's maximum HP increased by 15%. After Ashera uses Bel Harim, she heals an ally with the lowest current HP percentage. The chance of a pincer attack increases by 20% for each insight stack applied to her in a maximum of 5 stacks. The amount of heal increases in proportion to her max HP. Again, she should be scaled with HP. Next one is her basic attack, Bel Harim, which is active skill, single enemy, slash damage. Charge the enemy and slashes upwards with great force. Grants 1 insight stack to yourself, and the amount of damage dealt is increased in proportion to your max HP. Again, scale with max HP. When attacking with your own fixed damage based on your toughness, the prior increases by 1, and after the attack, 1 debuff is removed from all allies. This is actually great. This is an automatic one. For her special skill, Valdore, we have active skill, single enemy, 3-turn cooldown, slash damage, unleashes a dazzling flash of sword energy, restores HP to all allies, grants 2 turns to self, activates Starlight Wish, cannot be dispelled, and grants 1 insight stat. Damage and healing amount increases in proportion to your maximum HP. And the last one, this one is Lumiere's Sonnet. This one is an active skill, all allies. Cooldown is 4 turns. Walking down the red carpet, you welcome your allies. You heal all allies. HP remove 2 debuffs and increase the action gauge of all allies except yourself by 15%. She's the complete package, by the way, with attacks, support, and heals. You gain 1 inside stack. Amount of healing increases proportionally to your max HP. And Nova Burst. After using the skill, your toughness is restored by 1. So that ends our review, and that ends why we do have good tier 0.5 and 2 very good tier 0s. Comment down in the comment section, guys, who are you interested in, either from tier 0.5 or from tier 0? Who do you like best and why? Thank you very much, guys, for staying this far. Take care. Stay safe. This is the Warden, and I'm out of here.